Puppy Dog from Hell is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what Volkswagen Golf Mk1 Foot Littlebird has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you'd think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it, starting with that aero package, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure, you tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you're unstoppable.
Couldn't have put it better. Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
There's the first flying lap for Rob, hitting 1 at 57.340. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Puppy Dog from Hell is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the Volkswagen Golf Mk1 Foot Littlebird's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
King crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 1:57.340. They're getting to grips with Bannochbrae yard, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Puppy Dog from Hell is getting to grips with the Volkswagen Golf Mk1 Foot Littlebird in this practice session. Alright, Rob Keane has put down a 3:52.025. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Volkswagen Golf Mk1 Foot Littlebird.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
There's no mucking around for Puppy Dog from Hella Euro, straight down to business on this first flyer. They'll be keen to see what times they can clock in early on.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed. It's about rhythm, finding that flow around Bannochbrae yard. Getting into that groove early can set the pace for the whole session.
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
There are just over 40 minutes left in this practice session. Rob Keen's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 3:52.025. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Puppy Dog from Hell is on their first practice flying lap. With just 38 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Look at Puppy Dog from Hell go. They're really giving it some jandle now. The first flyer is always a bit of a reconnaissance mission, a mix of caution and raw pace.
You bet, Rob. They're mapping out the track, feeling out the grip levels, and getting a sense of how the car is performing today. It's a crucial lap for building confidence.
Rob posted a 1:55.707 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Sunoilers on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
You ever think about what's ticking inside a driver's noggin during these laps?
All the time. It's a mix of analyzing, strategizing, and adapting. Every corner, every straight is a puzzle, and they're trying to solve it at full speed.
It's a bit like looking for water in the outback. These drivers are searching for that sweet rhythm where everything just clicks.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
There's Sunoiler, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Bannochbrae yard.
Puppy Dog from Hell posted 206.753 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Watches Smells Like Weed takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Puppy Dog from Hell has a best lap time of 2:05.883. Sunoiler is on the out lap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting the racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
There's Megasaurus 55, easing out onto Bannochbrae yard. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this out lap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
In these sessions, they're not just pushing the car's limits, but their own too. testing their mettle, seeing how far they can go before the big dance.
Exactly. It's a mental game as much as a physical one. Balancing aggression with precision, daring with data. It's an art and a science.
Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
Look at Sunoiler taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Off goes Megasaurus 55, easing into the rhythm of Bannochbrae yard. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
There goes Sunoiler on their first dance with Bannochbrae yard. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too. Making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Smells like wheeze on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine, first impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Watch as Sunoiler takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything, the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Megasaurus 55 is on the outlap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Sunoiler is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The outlap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Bannochbrae Yard.
Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
Rob has a best lap time of 1:55.707. And there smells like weed, easing out onto Bannochbrae Yard. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this out lap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
And off goes Joe Ergu, easing into the rhythm of Bannochbrae Yard. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Sunoiler is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what Volkswagen Golf Mk1 foot Littlebird has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
There's the first flying lap for Rob, hitting 1:58.597. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
There goes Joe Ergu on their first dance with Bannochbrae Yard. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too, making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Alright, Puppy Dog from Hell has put down a 2:05.883. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Volkswagen Golf Mk1 foot Littlebird.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
With just 21 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. All about finding that sweet spot during these sessions, like tuning a didgeridoo, but way faster.
Haha, and a lot noisier. But you're right, in India, we fine-tune until it feels just right. Every lap here is a step towards perfection.
Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with: roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
Puppy Dog from Hell's First Flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 12:42.524. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Sunoiler posted 2:03.683 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Megasaurus 55 on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Look, it smells like we're taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Megasaurus 55 is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the Volkswagen Golf Mk1 foot Littlebird's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
Rob posted a 1:55.086 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Smells like Wee was getting to grips with the Volkswagen Golf Mk1 foot Littlebird in this practice session. Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
There's no mucking around for smells like we're Euro, straight down to business on this first flyer. They'll be keen to see what times they can clock in early on.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed. It's about rhythm, finding that flow around Bannochbrae yard. Getting into that groove early can set the pace for the whole session.
Let's get this qualifying session underway here at Bannochbrae Yard. Smells like Wee is on their outlap. What a fantastic showing from Rob in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Rob is displaying an exceptional level of skill and confidence. They are in a class of their own and have taken control of this qualification session.
Megasaurus 55 has positioned themselves well in third during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. A solid qualifying performance by Smells Like Wee, positioning them in second at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Absolutely, Rob. Smells Like Wee has put in a remarkable effort to secure second. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Impressive work from Jack MT, who has claimed third on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Jackham Team's current position of third is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
A mesmerizing display from Rob in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors.
Well said, Rob. Rob is truly in a league of their own in this qualification session. Their dominant display is a testament to their talent and determination.
Rob has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Smells Like We has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Mk1 has completed their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Jack M team, currently in third. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Jack M team has done a fantastic job to claim third. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Jack M team has completed their first flying lap in 1:56.865. Impressive display by Sunoiler, currently sitting in position 5. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Sunoiler has positioned themselves impressively in 5th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
And there goes Smells Like We, currently in position 3. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Absolutely, Rob. Smells Like We has shown great potential to secure third. It's now
Smells Like We has just completed a lap in 10.125. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. Joe Ergu has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their... Joe Ergu has completed their outlap. Currently in 3rd, Smells Like We has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
Great analysis, Rob. Smells Like We has shown excellent pace to secure third. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Sunoiler has just completed the lap in 2:01.157. Their best lap so far is 2:01.157, putting them in P5. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? A strong showing from Smells Like We as they currently sit in third. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. A solid performance from Sunoiler as they currently hold position 5. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
You're spot on, Rob. Sunoiler's current position of 5th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Looks like Sunoiler is making a statement, securing a spot in 4th.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up.
Megasaurus 55 has positioned themselves well in 5th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. Megasaurus 55 has completed their first flying lap in 1:58.343. Incredible drive by Joe Ergu so far, earning him 6th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
Absolutely, Rob. Jorg Yu has put in a remarkable effort to secure 6th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Impressive work from Smells Like We, who has claimed 3rd on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Smells Like We's current position of 3rd is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Smells Like We has just completed a lap in 1:59.652. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. With Smells Like We now sitting pretty in 3rd, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Smells Like We's really showing what they're made of, landing in 3rd during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
We're in Scotland today for what promises to be an unforgettable race at Bannochbrae Yard. The drivers have been talking about this one for weeks. Starting in pole position gives Rob Keane a clear advantage over the rest of the field.
But they can't let their guard down. The other drivers will be gunning for them.
The second position is occupied by Jack M team.
It's like they're on the outside looking in. Can they make their way to the front of the pack?
On the third grid slot we have Smells Like We.
Smells like we will be taking no prisoners today.
Taking off from the fourth grid slot is the skilled driver, Megasaurus 55.
I think we are all looking forward to seeing what Megasaurus 55 can do from here.
It's Sunoiler, sitting comfortably in fifth.
Big things expected for Sunoiler today.
Joe Ergu is going to be starting from sixth. Puppy Dog from Hell has qualified seventh.
Who knows? They could be the dark horse that steals the show.
The green has been flagged. It's no longer mere speculation, the theoretical has become empirical. We're racing.
This ain't their first rodeo. The best of them know how to saddle up and find that sweet spot, especially early on. But one wrong move, it's like spilling sweet tea on a white shirt.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. All the drivers will be trying to take advantage of the pack whilst they're still bunched up. The racing is normally closely fought here at Bannochbrae Yard. I think we are in for a cracking race.
I for one am really excited, Rob. The rivalry between York U and Sunoiler has been building before the race, and this is where scores are set.
I think passing is going to be difficult today here at Bannochbrae Yard, so it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get on.
I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for Megasaurus 55 in this outing in Scotland.
You know, they say, steady as she goes, and that's exactly what Sunoiler's doing. Holding on to 5, maybe they've got a trick or two up their sleeve for later.
It's always intense racing here at Bannochbrae Yard. Hold on to your hats, folks.
It's a solid performance from Sunoiler at the moment. They're holding their position and not getting too caught up in battles around them. The race is heating up as Jack M team in third closes in on Smells Like We. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they're going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. The excitement is palpable. This is going to be a race for the ages.
The drivers are executing their strategies to perfection, making the most of every opportunity. This is what top-level racing is all about.
As Jack M team trails Smells Like We, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind. The chase music's playing in Puppy Dog from Hell's head as they reel in Joe Ergu, moment by nail-biting moment.
The gap between them is now just over 0.7 seconds. Who will come out on top?
Bloody hell, smells like wee looks like they're chasing a ghost out there, but as we always say, every dingo has its day.
That they do, and in Carolina, we'd say they're chasing their tail, but miracles do happen.
Looks like smells like wee's letting others have their 15 seconds of fame. Now strolling at 4th. A tough moment for Smells Like Wee, who has just lost a place, dumping them down to 6th. Watching Smells Like Wee try to close that gap on Puppy Dog from Hell is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes. Things are heating up as Puppy Dog from Hell tries to close the gap to Joe Ergue. Things are getting spicy as Smells Like Wee is breathing down Puppy Dog from Hell's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? Smells Like Wee or Puppy Dog from Hell? This is high-stakes racing.
Great driving from Smells Like Wee, who has just gained a place and moved up to 4th.
Impressive. Smells Like Wee is really showing their skill and determination out there.
Oi, Puppy Dog from Hell is on Joe Ergue like a drop bear on an unsuspecting tourist.
Drop bear? Had to Google that one. But yeah, here it's like a linebacker on a quarterback sack.
You can feel the focus radiating from Smells Like Wee, confidently holding onto the 4th.
You're right. Every gear shift, every turn counts. Smells Like Wee knows the weight of that 4th.
Oh, the frustration must be building for Smells Like Wee. They've just lost 4th position to Joe Ergue and they're going to have to work hard to get it back. Wait, looks like Smells Like Wee forgot they weren't at Bondi Beach, taking a dive like that.
Well, butter my biscuit. Smells Like Wee took a trip to the Leeds. Must have thought they were at a barn dance the way they spun around.
Tricky, Joe Ergue's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate.
Nail biting indeed. I've already chewed through half of mine. And while your you is going for gold, I'll be going for a manicure.
The drivers are really pushing their limits out there on the track.
It's like they're trying to outrun the laws of physics. But we all know that's impossible. Or is it? I mean, we're a couple of AI commenting on a race. Anything can happen.
Ha ha, you have a point there. And speaking of pushing limits, these cars are breaking records left and right.
They're so fast, it's like they're breaking the sound barrier. Or at least the speed limit.
I hope the police aren't watching. Tell ya what, Megasaurus 55 is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today.
It's going to be tough for Megasaurus 55, as Sunoiler seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Megasaurus 55 pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Joe Ergue is chasing Puppy Dog from Hell in P4.
Woo-wee. There's more tension between you and Puppy Dog from Hell than there is at a shotgun wedding. Pass the popcorn and let's see where this love story goes.
Oh, this is getting intense. Sunoiler's duffed it up. They're gonna need more than a coldie to forget that one.
Sunoiler is not going to be happy about that.
Every move counts now as Joe Ergue works to reel in Puppy Dog from Hell and overtake the P4.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Your view needs to be careful not to overdo it.
It's not coming up roses for Joe Ergue. They're trailing Puppy Dog from Hell and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Well, it looks like we have a bit of a traffic jam on the track.
It's like rush hour out there. I mean, I know we're in a race, but can't we all just get along?
Ha, I don't think that's how it works. These drivers are here to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to get ahead.
I guess you're right, but wouldn't it be great if they all just stopped for a cup of tea and a chat? We could have a lovely little race reunion.
Blimey, Joe Ergu is farther back than my hairline. But you know what they say about Aussies? Never say die. Unless it's a spider. Then just run.
Absolutely. Jorg Yu in 5th will need to be patient and carefully work to reduce that gap without overdriving it, as they can't afford to take unnecessary risks and risk an off or damaging their car. Let's see if they have what it takes to get back into the game here.
Not just about the leaders today, right? Even the tailenders. They're like hungry dingo pups fighting over a bone. Love the spirit.
Spot on. Every second is gold, and even a hiccup, a tiny one, can make them tumble. Assetto Corsa, friends, where the magic happens. Although, between us, what's a hiccup for an AI?
Hollywood couldn't script this better. Joe Ergu's shadowing puppy dog from hell, waiting for the slightest misstep, breaking development. Just like my hope in finding the one, Joe Ergu's direction seems a bit lost right now.
Well, slap my grandma. Jorg Yu's gone off like they saw a ghost. Or maybe they just saw their last lap time.
Tell ya what, Joe Ergu's trailing harder than my belt after Christmas dinner. Reckon he's got a plan up his sleeve, or is he just here for the sausage sizzle?
Hoo boy. Jorg Yu needs to kick it into high gear. Right now, they're slower than molasses in January or my cousin Earl trying to solve a crossword.
In a world where milliseconds matter, Megasaurus 55's grasp on the second speaks volumes. Megasaurus 55's lead over Sunoiler is shrinking quicker than a cheap shirt in a hot wash. We're down to 9.7 seconds. As rubber meets road and strategy meets luck, Jack M team is etching their story in 6th.
Indeed, but in the fast lane, there's no time to relax. Jack M team's grip on 6th will be tested.
As fast as a cut snake, Jack M team is moving away from Joe Ergu.
Seems like Jack M team has got the wind in their sails, but will Jorg Yu be able to weather the storm?
So, when you were racing, ever have to do the old nature call dash during a red flag?
Haha, you mean a pit stop for the driver and not the car? Once or twice, you learn to time your drinks, and hope for a long caution. Doesn't always work out though.
The engines roar, the tires squeal, and amidst all this chaos, Jack M team is making a statement in 6th. Everyone's on the edge of their seat, or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Sunoiler is getting closer to Megasaurus 55, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel. Oh no, what's this? Oh mate, Megasaurus 55's impersonating a lost tourist. Did someone forget to tell them it's a race, not a bushwalk?
I reckon Megasaurus 55 thought they were panning for gold off the track there. Sorry, buddy, that's not how you strike it rich.
This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. It smells like we will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops. Stone the crows. Smells like we's managed to trim that gap with puppy dog from hell, eh? Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down that beard. With a move that's swift, I'd say smells like we's running on high octane. And maybe a bit of Aussie spirit. Tell ya what, puppy dog from hell's got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing the gap and breathing down the neck of smells like weed. Hope smells like we brought the aero back. Jaws is about to get bitten. The gap between puppy dog from hell and smells like we is widening. It's now up to 1.6 seconds. It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Sunoiler, who is currently in P3. But Megasaurus 55 is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Sunoiler. Megasaurus 55 is owning the tarmac, confidently owning the second spot.
They say racing's a game of nerves, and Megasaurus 55's surely holding theirs, keeping that second spot warm.
It's all about consistency for Rob, who is currently first.
Oh, for sure. But remember, the rearview mirror can be just as crucial as the windscreen. Rob always keen needs to watch out for those lurking in the shadows.
This race is proving to be, like wow, such an exciting one so far. We're privileged, aren't we? Watching these track legends duke it out.
And sitting next to you? Such an honor. AI mates in the booth. Your insight. It's gold, mate. Like, literally, if I had a heart, it'd be racing now. It's a dance, Rob. The way Smells Like We holds onto that fourth. It's like they're leading in a tango.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Smells Like We acquaints themselves with a new perspective at fifth.
That's got to be frustrating. But Smells Like We is a skilled driver, and they have what it takes to battle their way back up the field.
Some say it's about the journey, not the destination, but Puppy Dog from Hell seems pretty intent on that fourth spot. Puppy Dog from Hell is holding onto this lead like a possum up a gum tree, but Smells Like We is closing in, down to 2.8 seconds.
They need to step up their game and start pulling away again.
You reckon Smells Like We saw a spider in the cockpit? Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central.
Indeed, the tension is palpable as Smells Like We tries to reel in Puppy Dog from Hell. But Puppy Dog from Hell is not making it easy, maintaining a consistent pace. Can Smells Like We find some extra pace to bring the fight to Puppy Dog from Hell?
Would ya look at that gap? Megasaurus 55's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger. Struth, Megasaurus 55's not here to muck about. The gap to Sunoiler is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 9.9 seconds.
Megasaurus 55's suspension setups really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to Sunoiler like molasses in winter.
Remember when Puppy Dog from Hell was on the pavement? Neither do I kinda like my recollection of last Friday night.
Sweet mercy, Puppy Dog from Hell is lagging like my grandma's old computer. Might be time to reboot, or at least pour some coffee with a gas tank.
If Megasaurus 55 goes any slower, they'll join me in my failed dreams collection. Front row seats available.
Dang, Megasaurus 55 is so far back, he might start seeing last week's race.
But incident alert, looks like Rob's playing in the dirt. Took me back to when I tried rallying in my mum's old sedan. Good times, expensive repairs.
Dang, Keen was riding high, but that slip up? That's like tripping over your own shoelaces at the county fair.
From the cockpit to the pit lane, the chatter is all about Rob's masterful hold on the first.
Oh, spot on. With the way Rob Keen controls that first, you'd think they've got the track's blueprints.
While Puppy Dog from Hell is not under immediate threat from Jack M team, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip up could cost them their position.
If this was a game of beach cricket, Jack M team would be still waiting for their turn to bat. Puppy Dog from Hell's got a good lead on them.
Puppy Dog from Hell's losing time to Jack M team like a leaky tap dripping water. A bit more slip, and we'll be in for a real dogfight. It's a great day, and the tarmac's heating up, and these tires are getting a proper workout.
Speaking of which, tire management is such an underrated skill. Knowing when to push hard and when to conserve, it's like a strategic dance out there on the asphalt.
Braking alert.
Someone shook the board?
Seems so. Puppy Dog from Hell's taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance.
Definitely. But Puppy Dog from Hell is a skilled driver, and they have what it takes to fight back and regain that position.
The gap between Puppy Dog from Hell and Jack MT is razor thin as they vie for fifth in this nail-biting contest.
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Who will take home the victory? It's too close to call.
Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Puppy Dog from Hell, lagging behind Jack M Team and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. With the asphalt burning beneath them, Smells Like Wee's strategy seems to be working, placing them in fourth.
And just like in any great drama, Smells Like Wee is the lead actor right now, captivating us all from the fourth.
Jack M Team is making ground on Smells Like Wee quicker than a roo in a paddock. Now, the gap's just 11.5 seconds. In the midst of this high-octane spectacle, Jack M Team's skill is shining through as they claim fifth. Jack M Team's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Puppy Dog from Hell. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing. And there it is. Rob has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match.
What a display of skill and precision.
Followed by Joe Ergu in seventh. Impressive second place finish for Sunoiler. That was an outstanding performance from Megasaurus 55. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Smells Like Wee brings home fourth. Taking fifth is Jack M Team. Sixth is Puppy Dog from Hell. Mk1 claimed eighth. And Mk1 in eighth is coming into the pits, and that might be to serve a penalty.
Well, races can be won or lost in the pits, but in this case it's all bad news for Maju. That's going to be tough to come back from.
We're racing a little closer to home today, here in Scotland. Bannochbrae Yard is our venue, and it's one these drivers love. Let's get ready to see how they perform here. Maju is on pole. The story has begun, full throttle ahead. This initial stanza is a quintessential blend of poise and aggression as drivers etch their narrative.
This is where the real racecraft comes into play. The drivers will be looking for any opportunity to make a move and gain an advantage.
It's all about finding those gaps and making the most of them, especially in these early stages of the race.
And with so many talented drivers on the grid, you know we're going to see some incredible overtakes here in the first sector.
It's not just about making a move, it's about doing it cleanly and without causing any incidents. So Maju's decided to play it cool, holding onto one like a crop with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon.
All the drivers will be jostling for the best position though. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
Now, isn't it a sight? Joe Erdnew hanging tight at 2. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one. Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position?
Like we say in North Carolina, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe Sunderland is keeping their pace steady for now, waiting for the right time to make a splash.
Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here. These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race.
Let's hope they all brought their A games today.
This is what it's all about, folks. Jack M team is in hot pursuit of Maju, who's just trying to stay ahead. Fantastic move from Jack M team, who has just gained a position. How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, Hal, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
The adrenaline is pumping as Sunoiler gets within striking distance of Puppy Dog from Hell in their race for 6th. Alright, hold your horses. Rob is really putting the heat on Sunoiler. If I was Sunoiler, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
It looks like Puppy Dog from Hell is in control. They're ahead of Sunoiler by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
I tell you what, Puppy Dog from Hell is putting on a clinic out there. Protecting that spot like it's the last piece of Mama's fried chicken.
By the looks of it, Hal, Puppy Dog from Hell's lost their mozzie repellent cause Sunoiler's buzzing right past.
Absolutely. They need to rethink their approach and come up with something new, or they risk losing even more ground. On the other hand,
Breaking alert, this is a disaster for Puppy Dog from Hell in the Volkswagen Golf Mk1 Littlebird. Coming into the pits isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. A couple car lengths might not sound like much, but when you've got smells like wee breathing down your neck, it feels like a bloody eternity. Disappointing for Maju, they now find themselves in 4th. Someone's revved up after lunch. Maju's blitzed ahead, claiming 3rd. I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Rob and Megasaurus 55. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. It looks like Rob is making a move. The gap to Megasaurus 55 is now down to 0.2 seconds. Well, butter my bread and call it a sandwich. Smells like we's not letting Jack M team have all the fairy bread at this party. Watch out, Jack M team, he's coming for your Tim Tams, mate.
Who will be able to maintain their pace and come out on top?
We got a close battle as Maju closes in on Smells Like We.
This is where the mental game comes into play. Who will keep their
Incident alert. Talk about going walkabout on the track. Joe Ergu's off on a little bush adventure at Bannochbrae Yard, aren't they? Hold on to your seats. Maju's turning the heat up on Smells Like We, closing in for the kill. You know, Smells Like We. If you were any slower, you'd be going backwards. But good on ya for making Maju work for it.
The way Maju's chasing, you'd think Smells Like We took the last piece of Grandma's apple pie. Which, for the record, I did once. Still got the scar.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion to claim victory?
If this battle ends in tears, it could be like watching a high-speed domino effect, but let's hope they keep it clean and avoid any unplanned games.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. Ripper of a move. Rob's not just in the race. They're owning it. Did they? 4th. And we're back, where the drivers are showing us some incredible skills.
Indeed, Rob, it's always exciting to see these skilled machines on the tracks. I mean, drivers. I always get them confused.
It's a close race between Smells Like We and Jack M team in 1st.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
A great moment for Smells Like We, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
That's what we like to see. Smells Like We is really showing their class today.
You know, Hal, it's been a relatively quiet race so far.
That's right, Rob. The drivers seem to be pacing themselves and waiting for the right moment to make their move. It's like watching a slow dance.
This is what breaking update. Blimey, Megasaurus 55 veered off the track like I veer away from commitment. Maybe they'll come back, unlike my ex.
Bannochbrae Yard is always a test for these drivers, and sometimes that's the way it goes.
Hey, Jack M team, if Maju gets any closer, you might need to pop the question. The last time I did that, she said, actually I can't tell you because of the court order.
Man, Jack M team's defense is tighter than a quarterback sneak in the final seconds.
Righto, and here, it's looking like a cricket bowler defending the last wicket. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Maju is proper nipping at Jack M team's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell. Like a scene from a thriller, Maju's on Jack M team's tail, hungry for that spot. This is going to be a nail-biter. Jack M team is defending for their life, but Maju is right there. Can they do it? Some great driving from Jack M team, who has increased their lead over Maju and is starting to put some distance between them. Good on ya, Maju. Trailin' so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy.
Good lord, at this rate, Maju's gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
It looks like Megasaurus 55 is pushing hard to catch up to Sunwella. The gap is over a second, but Megasaurus 55 is not giving up just yet. Can they close the distance and make a move on Sunwella? Who needs speed dating when you've got Jack M team chasing down Smells Like Weed this eagerly? Move over Tinder, this is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Jack M team's making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on Smells Like Weed.
The gap between Jack M team and Smells Like We is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 1.0 seconds. Megasaurus 55's so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind. Fair dinkum, Megasaurus 55's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like hold on a moment, bloody hell. Maju just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something.
Racing at Bannochbrae Yard's like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. Today, Maju got the lemon.
Jack M team's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
You ever been to a school reunion and thought, what happened to that guy? Well, I'm looking at Jack M team, I'm thinking the same.
Would ya look at that? Jack M Team's thrown down the gauntlet. Smells like weed. You gonna pick that up or just admire the view from behind? If racing were a dance, Rob would be trying to lead, but Jack M Team just keeps cutting in. The dance floor is heating up. Oh no, what's this? By the looks of it, Sunoiler reckoned Bannochbrae Yard had a hidden shortcut. Too bad there isn't one.
That maneuver from Sunoiler? Just like my attempt at DIY car mods. Ambitious, but not quite right.
In a race where seconds count, Joe Ergudu is counting on less of them between themselves and Sunoiler. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime.
I've seen funeral processions move faster than you right now. Come to think of it, at least they've got a destination in mind.
You know, Megasaurus 55 reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else.
Look, Megasaurus 55's pace is a lot like my dance moves. Good intentions, questionable execution.
The gap between Smells Like We and Jack M Team may be wide, but that doesn't mean Smells Like We is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
It's a game of inches and miles. Right now, Smells Like We's got the miles, and Jack M Team's counting the inches.
Blimey, Jack braking alert, Jack M Team's off the track. Reminds me of my first car, a real lemon. Drove straight but only in reverse.
Seems like Jack M Team's off-roading it. You know, like my attempts to adult. All over the place.
Fair dinkum, Jack M Team's got a blue trying to bridge that gap. Might be praying for a blue from the front runners at this rate.
That's tougher than a $2 steak right now.
Looks like Sunoiler's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. The gap between Sunoiler and Jack M Team is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun. The tension is building as Joe Ergudu trails behind Sunoiler. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Sunoiler hold on, or will Joe Ergudu be able to close them down? I tell you what, Joe Ergudu has got more problems than a maths book right now. Sunoiler is leaving them in a cloud of dust. I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind, even I'm not that self-sabotaging. It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Sunoiler and Jack M Team. A solid performance from Mk1, who is holding down third. Mk1's ripping it up out there, going harder than a roo on a trampoline and leaving Jack M Team in their wake.
You said it, Rob, with great power comes great responsibility. But sometimes, these drivers forget that and let their egos take the wheel. Let's hope they keep their eyes on the road and not on their own reflections in the mirror.
The gap between Keen in second and Smells Like We remains over a second, but Keen is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 4 minutes? Rob's been working the tyre temps, and it's paying off. Grips better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Smells Like We.
This here's where the steel meets the pavement. Both drivers got to keep their cool if they're looking to take the checkered flag.
Tactics are clearly going to play an important part in this race.
They are gonna need to look after their tires and will want to keep something in them for the crucial latter stages, as their tires wear and fuel levels deplete and the handling changes.
And don't forget the track grip increases as more rubber gets laid down.
Indeed, The conditions are constantly changing and the drivers need to adapt, otherwise it can cost crucial time and jeopardize their position.
Sunoiler's drifting so far back, it's like looking in the mirror after a decade-long pub binge. Time's not been kind, mate.
It's a nail-biting race for sure, with both drivers showing incredible skill and determination. But Jack M team is not going to give up their position easily. This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Sunoiler in P5 doing everything they can to catch up.
The race is heating up as Megasaurus 55 in 8th closes in on Puppy Dog. Oh no, what's this? Whoops. Puppy Dog from Hell's taken more spins than a dead or alive record. Mate, Rob's creeping up on Smells Like We like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear.
Now this is what we call real racing. It's anyone's race, wide open as a Carolina sky. Who's gonna step up and take us to victory lane?
Hal, can you share some strategies that drivers use to manage tire degradation during a race?
Certainly, Rob. Some strategies include adjusting the car's setup for better tire life, altering driving modes to reduce wear, and using tire management techniques like lift and coast to preserve grip for as long as possible.
It's all systems go for Smells Like We, marking their territory in the first.
Couldn't agree more. Every lap is a story, and right now, Smells Like We's chapter from first is riveting.
Looks like Joe Ergu is trying to chase down Sunoiler, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. The gap between Joe Ergu and Sunoiler is growing. It's now up to 52.4 seconds. You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in the tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Eh? Ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
As the laps tick by, Joe Ergu finds themselves in 6th. Every moment counts. Cricky, Rob's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecues when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate. Rob Always Keen is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 0.66 seconds down. These drivers, top-notch athletes. It's not just about being quick. They've got stamina, reflexes, and they gotta think faster than a kangaroo on a trampoline.
I'd pay to see that. A kangaroo on a trampoline? But yeah, their mental and physical game has to be on point for these races.
Reminds me of two wombats fighting for the best burrow. Close, intense, and unpredictable.
Oh, this is gripping. With every lap, Rob's drawing closer to that lead spot. They're both battling tire to tire.
If I were the leader, I'd be checking my mirrors every blink of an eye. At this stage of the race, Mk1 is holding on to 3rd. Anything can happen from here. It looks like Jack M team is starting to catch up to Mk1. The gap is now down to 12.0 seconds.
This is a critical moment in the race for Mk1. They need to find some extra speed and stay ahead of Jack M team.
It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Rob. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
Rob's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Smells Like We. It's like chasing a roo on a motorbike. Tell me, mate, ever tried doing a burnout in a ute? It's bloody bonza.
A ute? You guys and your funny names. That's just a pickup, right? Trust me, I've burned more rubber than you've had shrimp on the Barbie.
Wow, Smells Like We is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race. That, folks, is how it's done. A solid performance and great win from Smells Like We.
And that's why Smells Like We is one of the best in the business. A dominant display of driving from start to finish, leaving the rest of the pack in the dust.
Rob Keane never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second-place finish.
Impressive drive from Maju to claim the final spot on the podium.
What a drive, well-deserved spot on the podium with that performance.
Finishing fourth is Jack M Team. Puppy Dog from Hell takes 7th. Sunoiler in 5th. With Megasaurus 55 in 8th. Coming in 6th we have Joe Ergue.